The Grove has impacted our family through biblical knowledge, and we feel like we're just walking away with the armor of God when we leave, instead of just walking away with emotion. And it's just a full spiritual impact instead of just bits and pieces.
It's kind of really motivated me and drawn me into getting into the Bible, and now I'm finally reading again, and it's really amazing.
Hey guys, we're Jacob and Christina Martin, and we've been here at the Grove now for about
3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
Oh wow. We love this place. It's been just a awesome community for us, and recently we've gone through a big trial in our life.
You know, I was put in the hospital this summer, and when that happened, it was just one of those emergency situations where it's an immediately we needed the body to come around us and to help us. And you know, Jacob and I have been in a situation, in another circumstance, in another trial where we've been without community. So just to see the difference of knowing, like, being without it, the loneliness, the isolation, this was just an amazingly different picture of the gospel, and just Christ lived out in us, and the overflow of love for one another that we have. And I think, like, that's the verse that we kind of have thought about, just as John 13:34, just love one another as I have loved you. And that's how the world is going to know that we're His.
For me, it's really encouraging, since we just moved to Houston, that we have a place like the Grove where we can trust that God is speaking through Lance. He's preaching God's word accurately, and we can kind of let our guard down and not be quite so uptight.
I've been really encouraged through the growth groups with the women that I've been with, just learning how to read through the Bible.
I, for one, have found extreme freedom in understanding that God is in intimate control of every part of our lives.
The Grove, I guess, has impacted me in the way of missional living, in the way that I love people, love my students, love my athletes, love my Young Life kids, and just love people in general. And I think that's really great.
For us, the Grove means family. It means being intentional as a family unit and in our community.
This year has been kind of a crazy one. We have two beautiful, healthy children, Annabelle and Justin Ken. I suffered postpartum depression with both of them, which was really hard, but we made that through. And I kind of thought that things were going to be the best they could be if we got pregnant again, and we did. And then in March, we lost that baby. And before we lost that baby, I was on my way to the hospital, and I heard God tell me to trust Him. Not trust me, the baby's going to be fine. Trust me, everything's going to be okay, but just simply trust Him. But we did, in fact, lose that baby. We had a lot of good that came out of that right away. Shortly after, we got pregnant again, and we lost that baby as well. But it brought us through a lot of good things together. We grew stronger in that, and I'm thankful for the suffering that I've gone through, so that I can understand Christ better and His suffering.
The support of the Grove was huge. I do not know how we would have handled that situation if we were somewhere out on our own. Having a genuine community of believers to do life with, not just on Sundays or Wednesdays, but to share our kids with, and to share our joys and our sorrows.
It's community and family, even more than that. Being able to rely on somebody and not think twice about it. And having that has been huge for us.
Yeah. Got connected to the Grove. We moved to Houston in 2014, the summer of 2014, and we church shopped for about 6 months. I was headed home. It was about December of 2014, maybe January. I don't know, 6 months later.
Yeah.
And I was on my way home, and I got to Starbucks in Longmeadow Farms, and there was this bald guy, and he had 2 books that I had read, and I concluded he was either a seminarian or a church planter, and so I looked at him and I said, hey man, nice books, and you come here often. And so we came to I guess it was a Sunday night.
Yeah, and I was apprehensive at first because we, in our history, have helped with several church plants.
Love the Grove.
We do. We love the Grove. This is home. These are our people.
Love Pecan Grove.
I
love our
was
church.
thinking, stupid saying yesterday that, you know, sometimes you like watch other people's kids like run around and you're like, not my zoo, not my monkeys. I feel that way about the Grove. Like, this is my zoo and these are my monkeys.
That's great.
The family that I have now, they have just been like helping me a lot, and I feel grateful for that.